Well, if it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What does the prince have his little bitch doing today? Jester? What? What the hell did you say? Hold on. You're Malkavian, right? Oh, you're doubly screwed. Crazy as hell and the prince's bitch. Little pawn, you said? Yeah, you got that right. Maybe you're not as crazy as you think. Huh? How did... Damn. Malkavians and their goddamn insight. That shit is creepy. Anyway, yeah. My name is Skelton. I do my part to keep California a free state for the anarchs. But Camarilla just ain't necessary. Their rules is just common sense shit. The Masquerade and all that. Sure, it makes sense. Like the Ten Commandments. You know the Ten Commandments, don't you? Yeah, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. Sounds good, but you and me both know that shit don't always fly. What if some society like the Camarilla comes along and just up and kills you if you break one damn commandment? Right. See, we weren't meant to live like that. Man, I followed someone else's rules for 3 years in Vietnam. But it wasn't until after the embrace that I understood real oppression. The anarchs, we are the only ticket to free living in the afterlife, my friend. No one bows to Nines Rodriguez. He leads by example, down here with us. Better than some chicken shit, limp-wrist paper pusher hiding up in his tower. Camarilla sheep couldn't see the difference. I don't need to bare my fangs to feel good about myself. The Masquerade is a fruity Camarilla label. Other than that, I ain't got no problem with it. Live and let live. We got enough to worry about. You know, speaking of the Masquerade, I just thought of something you might be able to help us out with. There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. She's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creep who disappeared. Her name is Patty. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more. Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just asks again louder. Damn junkie. She's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat. Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the Masquerade and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, hunters are the kind of trouble you don't want. She's crossed the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we'll keep it our little secret, you hear? All right, have fun. I'd love to do this one myself, but I know her side. Just let me know when it's done. Yeah? You've got to understand, Kindred. You're carrying a 6,000-year curse in your blood. No matter how powerful it makes you feel, that blood is a tangle of chains that's going to leave you bound in servitude the rest of your existence. Your elders command the blood, they control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will, and it'll make you obey. That shit stretches all the way back to Cain, man. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you gon' feel that shit, like it or not. Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit, sister. Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know. The point is, with this curse pulling your strings, You really want to sign away your right to fight by joining the Camarilla? Yeah? Gehenna, the day we all die, when our sleeping forefathers rise and bring about the end of the world. There's a lot of kindred who believe these are the final nights, the beginning of the apocalypse. Nah, the Camarilla denies any of that shit exists. Vampire forefathers, doomsday prophecies, all just superstition in Camiland. Us? The Anarchs? Everybody's free to make up their own mind, I guess. I buy it. Could explain all the blood in the air. We're probably all playing right into this thing's hands. If it has hands. Yeah? Yeah? Who do you want to know about? That's the man there. What righteous kindred. I wish he'd take a more active stance in our fight, but fuck, man, he's Jack. Jack just does his thing. God help anyone who gets in the way. Yeah? Who do you want to know about? Cain, man. Father of all vampires. Killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit, sister.
Well, looky who made it back in one piece. How's Santa Monica, kiddo? Yeah, I'm sure it was a stroll on the beach. So did you score a lot of skee-ball tickets down on the pier there? I can't imagine you did. Probably too busy getting pushed around by every vampire with the weakest seniority over you, am I right? That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive, huh? Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? You saying that's just me? So I planning on visiting?
Tatters and father dances.
Oh, really?
In the dark.
The sarcophagus. Did LaCroix tell you about the Ankaran sarcophagus? Yeah, well, maybe I should fill you in on the details. That sarcophagus is bad news. Kindred around the globe have been going batshit since it was discovered. The word is there's an ancient asleep in there. One of the fathers, one of the vampires, that if you trace your lineage way back, there's a chance it'd end up with him at the root. Ancients don't just nap. They sleep whole ages, and when they wake up, they're hungry. It's more than that, kiddo. Most kindred think it's one of the signs of the end, the apocalypse. Every religion has their own version of it. Kindred call it Gehenna, and the way they tell it, it starts when the ancients rise to devour their children. No one knows for sure, really. That's just a word that's been handed down through the ages. The Camarilla denies these ancients exist. Well, kiddo, I guess you're gonna be the one to find out. Hey, good luck. Try not to wake Grandpa Munster and kill the world, huh? Because he never thought you'd make it back. If Nines didn't stand up for you in the courtroom, you would have been toast right there, man. Everybody knows that. Public relations, man. Calculated risk. Venturer are born in a boardroom. When Nines called him out, LaCroix realized it was time to show a carefully measured dose of Camarilla compassion. Yeah, man, it's called kicking ass and crushing the skulls of any asshole who steps on my toes. That seems to work. People dig it. LaCroix is the boss of the Camarilla in L.A. That's it. LaCroix is the boss. That's rich. kid, I never answered to no man in life. Now I sure as shit ain't taking orders from a vampire with a seat and a funny name. And when I die again, the devil's gonna have to cut me a deal if he wants my ass. Besides, I never trust anybody with an X in their name. Facts are like this. The Camarilla need us to buy into their bullshit for any of their laws to mean dick. Now, telling free-living vampires they need to be ruled is a hard sell. So, the Camarilla baked up a play-nicey plan. Show everyone how great they are, so we'll all just jump on board. Yeah, not a moment too soon, huh? He said you guys let those Sabat go, too. Nines must be getting soft. How can you pass up that kind of fun? Well, he was left sireless, too. I don't know, maybe that's it. Well, he's got a thing for the little guy. Someone must have put a word out. Now, here's an interesting little scenario. I'm just gonna run this by you, see what you think. What if the prince got the word out to the Sabat that you were the one to blow up their warehouse? Hey, it's just a theory, man, but who else is gonna be watching you so closely, knowing where you're going and all that? I'm not saying he's working with the Sabat. I know he ain't. But he sure as hell could have put the word out there on the street where the Sabat would pick up on it. Just chew on that. It's how the Camarilla works, kiddo, trust me. I've been dealing with these slimy shits for a few centuries now. Sure thing, kiddo, fire away. Oh, my favorite topic.
Cemetery runoff.
I've blasted better vampires' brains all over the wall. He's not the prince, he's a prince. He's a typical Ventru asshole. Predictable, safe, no imagination. Ah, man, the guy's a pussy. He just got lucky he showed up in LA at the right time. I'm not saying he's stupid, he's just an asshole and needs his teeth kicked in, that's all. Oh, the sheriff, yeah. I love how everyone's talking about that big mystery. It's like someone embraced a doped-up gorilla. I'm not saying let's go torch the Malkavian living under the abandoned hotel because she happens to be a Camarilla. I'm saying let's change that shit from the top down. Camarilla membership is 95% victims, 5% evil bastards. But make sure and understand, any of those victims points a gun at me, they get drained and slaughtered like sheep. Hey man, you do what you gotta do to survive when you're young, but there comes a time when that excuse don't fly no more. When you should know better or want to do something about it. Being dead is no excuse for walking around with your eyes closed. Beware the protection of wolves. Moving right along. That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know? As much as anyone is. Nines is a stand-up guy. Takes the politics a little too seriously, though. Came up during the Great Depression, so his brain's wired to that shit. Yeah, I'm not sure the story on most of them. Nines crew. Bruja. Most everyone here has Bruja blood. Moving right along. Again, does everything have to be about these dickheads? The Sabat are worthless, man. Fake tits on a zombie worthless. Fun to watch, though. Like the Three Stooges with chainsaws. The Sabat are in the same business as the Camarilla. Sabat have a little longer chain, but they're slaves all the same.
Sabat chase you in here, Cammy? I'm Damsel. Someone talking shit about me over in that ivory tower? Who said it, huh? I'll kick their ass! Lunatic. I'd give you a piece of my mind, seeing as how you're just another do-girl for the Camarilla. Shit. No amount of good sense penetrates that white noise you Malks call a brain, does it? What? Weird you say that, yeah. You might say something is plaguing me. A plague bearer, as a matter of fact. A plague bearer's a fool that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can, and kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. Enough get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak. Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearers gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out. One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him. Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
You showed up. Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me. You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. What it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power. LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any of the traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due. I learned the way of this world during the Depression. Bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state. The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us. Don't use me and Prince in the same sentence, Malk. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. Long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't bid it or switched sides. The most veteran soldier on the battlefield. LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn. I got their meeting right here. Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood'll make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun. After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah, I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches. You poor bastard. Listen, LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Yeah, you go right on up and see Mr. LaCroix. Let's see what we got on good old camera 3. Oh, well, hello there. I've been thinking about you, oh yeah. I want to lick you all over. Then make my way down to your creamy center and... What the... Get your hands off my Bavarian cream! Get your hands off that...
Give the Anarch community my regards. How uncharacteristic of them. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the Dane. I suppose I can spare a few seconds. Yes. You've met Beckett? Yes. He did pay me the courtesy of announcing his presence in my city. He's lionized in kindred society, by most. Beckett's the definition of renowned scholar, but he's also a lone wolf, and owes allegiance only to his intellectual pursuits. Yes. Jack. The man is a scourge, the physical manifestation of chaos. Whenever he makes an appearance in one city, it is only a matter of time before a calamity is attributed to his latest lark. Yes. It's common knowledge. I was born in Calais, France, over 200 years ago. When I graduated from the Royal Military Academy, I joined Napoleon's army. It was shortly after Waterloo, when I was embraced by a Belgian noble. From that time onward, I counted some of the greatest kindred in Europe as my mentors, and worked towards establishing a Camarilla presence in new territories. In 1930, I came to the Americas and staked power in New York. Soon after, I headed west to claim domain. I'm Ventrue. But I don't disparage any of the other clans. All are equally important in maintaining the foundations of the Camarilla, and the elders of each serve as my council. Which is... In this age of information, videotape, and weapons of mass destruction, the Camarilla is more necessary than it has ever been. The alternative to thorough secrecy these days is extinction. As long as we exist, so shall kindred society. Yes. He's my sheriff. When there is a problem that words are wasted on, I send him. The less one sees of him, the better. Which is... every night you wake up, be thankful you were not sired by one of their kind, or you would have woken under the ground, forced to claw your way up from the dirt into a brief, bloody, violent existence. Savages, bloodthirsty, irresponsible heathens. Which is... all I know about the Ankaran sarcophagus is what I've heard on the news. It was found during an archaeological excavation in Turkey, and it appears ancient. There could be nothing but dust inside. However, that does not discount the possibility of it containing some kindred artifact, or even a mummy. All of these evidence of the supernatural, and therefore potentially damaging to us. As for it containing an ancient kindred, the Camarilla does not put stock in the actuality of antediluvians. They're myths. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Yes. Which is... good. I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later. Good. There's a boat waiting for you on the beach in Santa Monica.
Going somewhere?